Bada bop boom. Pow.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Sans? Alright, we are in here. Make sure the audio's good. We are in here. Make sure the. Alright, yeah, I think we're good. I'll actually check when the music pops in. Alright, let's go ahead and just jump into chapter 9. You can see the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Chapter 10 Prisoner Release.
Oh boy. Plot.
Pilot.
Hey, Ike. I heard you're leaving. Going to Benyon, huh?
The heck? Okay. Hello, Randolph. I was hoping I'd see you. I wanted to thank you for everything you've done. I'm glad to have the chance before I leave.
Well, aren't you the dutiful one? Hey, that reminds me. You were born here in Gallia, right? I knew there was something odd about you. You're awfully friendly for a Bayork, you know. Or you might know, you might know, but, bleh. Oh my god. Reading was like offline for a second. Let's try that sentence again. Oh, you might not know, but a Bayork is what?
I know what it means. It's what you call us humans, right?
Oh, knew that, did you? Well then, let me tell you something else.
Us humans.
When we use the word human, we mean it the way you Bayork do when you call us subhuman.
Hmm. Really? It's an insult to be called human? I'm glad you told me. I would never have guessed.
I should warn you, if you run across any Lagoos who call you that, be careful. They're no friend of yours.
Got it. Thanks. I won't forget.
But I've digressed long enough. Let me explain why I'm here. He wants to join. He wants to join. But I've digressed long enough. Let me explain why I'm here.
Okay. I was checking the levels. Let me. Sorry, I just need to increase Discord volume. Okay. Go with that. Alright, what age should we get? Huh?
Princess Alencia, may I have a moment of your time? Huh?
Yes, of course.
The king asked that I give you this. Please accept it as a gift.
It's gonna be a lance. What, may I ask?
Within that leather pouch is 20,000 gold pieces. Bear currency, of course.
Well. Oh, I truly appreciate this generous offer, but a gift of this magnitude is not something I can accept. King Canias has done so much more than necessary already.
The king is ashamed that he cannot at this time provide any personal support. Please, will you accept his apology and acknowledge his desire to aid you?
But.
No? Well then, let's try this.
Yes?
You accept the king's gift, then as payment for conducting you safely to Gallia, hand it over to Ike.
Come on, Randolph. You can't expect her to accept this, and it's an outrageous feat, no matter how you look at it.
20,000 gold for the life of a princess? Perfectly reasonable. In fact, it almost borders on insulting. Consider how you have suffered consider how you've suffered the lives you've lost. 10, no, 100 times this amount would not be unreasonable.
I have reconsidered. I will accept the king's kindness. In return, I will present it to my lord Ike. You will accept it, will you not? I will. Thank you. No, my lord Ike, it is I who must thank you. You got 20,000 gold.
Heck yeah. Well, now that that's settled, let's move on. Unfortunately, we do not have any ships here in Gallia. If you are to find a ship to take you to Benyon, you must return to occupied Crimea.
Dude, give me a Fire Emblem game that has, like, airships.
Bro.
That'd be crazy. Boat maps, but in the sky.
Oh, and then bring back ballisticians as well.
Yo. I didn't read it what that said. LOL.
No matter how cautiously you proceed, you're certain to run into Dane forces. Keep that in mind.
I understand. It's too bad we're so short on soldiers. Still, there's not much we can do about that now. However, I will review our supplies carefully before we depart. Convoy time?
In regard to your personnel problems, the king has decided to lend you what aid he can. Leif, Mordecai.
Heck yeah. I will join you. Mordecai and Lith, both of you, are you sure?
None of the others could stand the idea of traveling with humans. Yikes. I myself tremble with loathing at the thought of going to Benyon, but when the king gives an order, obedience is the only option.
That may be, but having witnessed the combat prowess of the Gallians for myself, I know how fortunate we are. We will not fail you.
I have no intention of becoming friends. Do not forget that, and stay out of my way. You must forgive Leif. Her tongue cuts as deep as her claws do. I will return once I've reported to the king. While I'm gone, please finish your preparations for departure.
Very well.
Ike, here is a summary of our last battle.
Ileana. Heck yes.
In conclusion, Ileana really messed that up. Really messed them up. Like, oh my god.
Bro, I was watching the archives and dude, like I was in such a bad spot. We were in such a bad spot. Ileana came through.
There were no casualties and no one suffered permanent injury. We fought excellently. That's all I have to report, if you'll excuse me.
Convoy time? Heck yeah. Supports. I can do Tanya. Oh, and Mr. Rolf. That's cute.
Oh my god.
Alright. Manage EXP. Where are they? Where are those two idiots? Okay.
Look at those two idiots.
All right.
Don't even know how to walk.
So we started the last chapter. Chapter 7 was 7. We started the last chapter with 947 points. So we gained quite a bit.
I wonder what just happens with story progression.
So we received probably about 300 points after that. After the last chapter.
Oh yeah.
I'll give him 3 level ups.
Might as well. And hopefully he can snag some kills in this next chapter.
Yeah. Strength up, and luck up, and skill up. That's actually a good level up. And then miss. What level are these two? Or 3? Marcia's 5. That's a 3.
How wild would it be?
It's 2.
How wild would it be if Rolf becomes a better archer than Shinon?
I believe it, bro. Considering like what he was saying, like it's a secret how I learned to be so good, and he's already this good, quote unquote good.
Well, right. He's also like 8.
Right, but like he's a prodigy, self-proclaimed. But I believe him. I have faith.
I'm curious about his weapon, that Rolf's bow.
It's terrible.
Does it have any like specific qualities?
No. It's like a training bow from 3 Houses.
Idiot.
Thanks for reminding me, because I would have forgot to give him an actual bow.
I think you already gave him the longbow, right?
I did.
I think you did that in the last chapter.
Right, when I gave him the arms scroll. Oh.
Bum. Bro, I can't wait for the sequel Arms Legs.
It's gonna be arms plus legs.
can't wait for the extended arms universe of head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Each game is individual. They come together like the Avengers. Hello, Amy.
I'll buy anything you don't need. Sorry, I can't buy that. Anything else you can sell me?
Only Rolf can wield it. The legendary bow. You got Ragnell, you got a Londite, and you got Rolf's bow.
What's the might compared to a steel bow or an iron bow? That's 8.
It's more might.
Well, it's better. What's a steel bow? Was it 7? 9.
970, 0 crit. Rolf's bow is 8, 100 hit, 5 crit. 2 weight.
And Rolf's bow is better than like legit bows.
Only the iron bow. It's like an in-between of the iron and the steel.
Yeah.
But still, it has 5 crit, which is more crit than both of them.
It has 5 crit and it has better accuracy.
So I was wrong. The bow is an ass. Rolf is just ass.
Someone's got to be the Gordon.
I don't need this.
Oh no, he was country. Change your mind, eh?
Welcome
Anything
back.
else?
Hellwind. Can the mages only use certain elements?
No, because Soren has fire.
Right. So they can use anything.
But they treat the elements as different weapon types, which is interesting.
Shop. Armory. She already has 2 thunders. I'll give her... Yes. 1, 2, 3. Fire can't hurt. Wait.
Bro, yes it can. Have you ever touched fire?
Yeah. It's cute.
It's cute.
Yeah, fire's cute.
Rosen 2 taught me that.
Soren has wind, fire. He's primarily a wind mage. I'll give him Elwind. So Ileana has thunder and El Thunder. So I feel like I want to have her be like the thunder mage. And I've had air quotes around that because it really doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
it's thematic.
Also, you may want to give a hand axe to Tanya or Boyd, whoever doesn't have one.
Let me see what they have actually. So I can only use swords. I think he's fine. Tanya. What do they already have? Let's put the short spear away. And the hammer. Steel lance, steel axe. I'm gonna give her one of these iron lances. Just to give the enemies some handicaps, you know. I'm gonna give her another axe, a hand axe. Actually, bye. I need to give her a better lance. Hand axe.
Give Boyd a hand axe.
Okay. Now, the convoy. Make sure I... Okay, so... What did I... something equipped.
Also, I'm not.
that I was trying to buy.
I don't know how many people we have watching, but I apologize if you hear the occasional munching noise. Chipotle chips are very loud. My mic is sensitive.
Sounded like Minecraft Steve.
You know what? I mean, that's what it is. Sakura just hasn't nerfed me yet.
He hasn't nerfed your meat.
Well, technically that happened 8 days after I was born.
Hmm. Can she even use steel lances? I guess you can. Weapon level D. Nice. Nice. Alright. Wait. Iron, steel. Okay. Tanya. She's good. I'm gonna get a steel axe for the road, because hers only has 6 durability left. Convoy. Alright. Tanya's good. Soren is good. Reese, he's fine. Boyd is
I mean,
good.
not much else we can give him right now.
Oscar needs a steel lance. Mia needs a steel sword. Mist is fine.
And Miss needs to get her act together. It might be a good idea to give Oscar a javelin too. Yeah.
Yeah. I really don't have to select these characters over here. I can just do it.
Ooh, can you buy vulneraries?
Yes.
I would either buy a vulnerary or give one of Oscar's to Reese.
Yeah. What does pure water do? Oh, reduces damage from magical attacks. I don't think I need that.
No.
I'll give Mist a mend.
She can use it.
She'll learn.
That's God. As a baby, he'll grow.
That's Scott. As a baby, he'll grow. Guys, someone peed my pants. But I don't know if it was
me or old me.
Or maybe just me.
It's pronounced to me.
That movie's a gem.
It is a good movie.
Making me feel stuff. Alright, I think we're good. Everyone got their stuff. Everyone's in order. Alright. Cute. Vulneraries. Man has 2. I'll give some to Shop. Vulnerary. Mordecai. Bye. Leth. Bye.
Oh, you were saying buy, like the action, and it's going to Leth. I thought you were just separating the syllables in Byleth.
Bye, Leth. Thick thighs are my demise. Welcome to the stream.
Is that a statement or is that someone's username?
Username.
Or both?
Alright. Already did that. Marcia is level 5, I think.
Welcome to the stream, by the way. Thanks for joining us on this lovely Sunday evening. God, the MIDI fanfare.
God, that is so... I can't skip through that. It just sits there on the result. I love La Mercia. Why not? Look, I'm pressing the A button. See? That oh my gosh, that takes so long. Alright, we're good. We're good. That's good. We're good. Thick Thighs says they're also playing Path of Radiance. Using Path of Radiance as background noise. Nice.
Oh, sick.
Are
you ahead where we are, behind, or about the same spot? We're at chapter 9.
Ike and Tanya. This is all me. Hey, Ike, training? Yeah, you too, huh? Hey, you want to spar? I learn a lot when we team up. Really? I'm glad to hear that. I thought you no longer needed my lessons. What are you talking about? You're the one who put the finishing touches on what swordsmanship I inherited from my father. Thick Thighs asked, is this my first time playing? Yes, this is both of our times experiencing this game.
Completely blind to this, but I correctly predicted from the beginning that Grail would die at chapter 7.
On the dot, too. Like, it's exact chapter number. Just crazy. I already knew Grail died, because I know a lot of things about the game. I just haven't played through it. But I knew Grail died, I just didn't know when. But Eric guessed it perfectly.
Because I'm a genius.
Thick Thighs is in the second to last chapter.
Oh, dang.
Are we doing a no racism run?
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
I would love to do a no racism run.
But the talent that you inherit from your father was one of a kind. I want you to cherish it. Here's Tanya. When did you meet my father? He used to be Crimean Knight, right? That's right. But it's a long story. We meet at a train. Get ready, focus. Fine. Okay. I'm assuming no. I'm assuming no racism run just means like you use everyone. Oh, he means okay. The no racism run is no Shinon, no Leth, and no Jill, who we get later on.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's hilarious.
But also Soren, kind of. Although I guess he kind of gets over it.
Yeah, we're gonna use all the units.
Unless Rolf like really surpasses Shinon and there's no need for him, or Ranulf later on becomes a god. But then again, I'm in the passenger seat here. All right. Whew. 2 grown men speak in their falsettos pretending to be children. Only on the K-Dog stream.
Little Timmy and Little Kimmy.
Rolf, there you are.
Mist, were you looking for me?
Every stream, it sounds more like Morty, and I'm so here for it. Yes, I've been meaning to talk to you. We haven't had a chance to talk since that day we fought for the first time.
I'm glad you're safe. Somehow, we're both still alive.
Yes, you've been so lucky.
My heart was pounding and my hands were shaking so badly I almost shot an arrow into Boyd's backside.
That's what we call a pain in the ass.
Oh! You called Boyd a donkey. That's crazy.
The only correct way to respond to a pun is with another pun.
Right.
Good thing you didn't, or he would have given you a smacking. I was so scared. I heard yelling, screaming, and the most awful howls of agony. I felt dizzy and sick.
I wasn't scared at all.
Good for you, Rolf. You little sociopath.
It was amazing. I love death. Maybe I was a little nervous, but by the time I was almost hitting my targets. By the end, I was almost hitting my targets.
But by my targets, I mean people's eyes and hearts and vital organs. You weren't even a little scared?
No way. I can't wait for the next battle. I'll fight better next time. You'll see. I'll feather a horde of slobbering enemies. Good lord. See you later, Mist. I gotta go practice.
Oh, Rolf.
This man's a sociopath.
Rolf needs a therapist.
Thick Thighs said, Rolf, did you know that because Ike is voluntarily fielding us into battle, he's committing a war crime under the laws of the Geneva Convention? then Rolf's like, what's the Geneva Convention, Mist?
Ike is a war criminal confirmed.
Every character in this entire series is a war criminal.
Every Fire Emblem character is a war criminal. You there, Beork. What do you think you're doing?
I was trying to get back to my room, but I've lost my way. Can you tell me which way I need to go?
It's this way. Follow me. Hey, not so close. Walk behind me.
What?
Pardon me. The king has ordered us to treat Beork with kindness, but it will take some time. It is difficult to fight that instinct. Perhaps some memory of the slavery of our forefathers suffered at Beork hands flows in our blood.
I
That's
understand.
topical.
I'll keep my distance.
Very well. Let's go.
Alright. Huh. I like these. These are like diet supports.
No, yeah.
Like you said earlier, like it was like the barracks mini.
Yeah, in Awakening. But they're like a little longer than that.
And so we put this guy right here, and then that Dealy Bobber. This Dealy Bobber.
It's like a thing. It's like a thingamajig replacement, and this Dewey Bobber goes there.
Got it. Packing, huh? Want some help? Do I want some? She says a lot.
It's her endearing character trait.
You're a hoot, handsome. You're a hot handsome. Yes, I am.
Ike is an owl. You're a hoot, handsome. Oh, no, I'm not.
Thick Thighs asked if we're gonna play Radiant Dawn after this. I'm trying to get the I'm playing this on
A totally real GameCube.
I'm totally not playing this on Dolphin emulator. So I'm trying to get Radiant Dawn to work. It's having some difficulties like running. But if I can't get it done, if I can't get it to work by the time this series ends, I'll probably play another Fire Emblem game. I'm gonna try getting it worked out because I want to play Radiant Dawn like as soon as possible after this.
Oh, same.
You're more skillful at this than I would have imagined, or is it that Mist is woefully inept? Good lord.
You know what? Maybe a war criminal, but Ike dunks on. But Ike gets my support for dunking on literal children.
Is he allowed to be war criminal if he's a child himself?
It's Japan, so I'm gonna say yes.
It's not Japan. It's Crimea.
Well, yeah, but like they're in Japan, so like Japanese law applies more than American.
Oh, the Benyon Pegasus Knights were always moving around, so I learned to pack quickly. They used to train us on it all the time. Go here, pack this, fun stuff. Is that so? I can see that you have a strong sense of duty. Quitting the Benyon Pegasus Knights to join us must seem... What are you saying? I'm a burden now? No, I'm very grateful you're here. As I told you before, we're short on personnel. Oh, good then, and I'm happy to be here. Say, Ike, you don't need to worry about me quitting the Benyon service. My decision wasn't based solely on my desire to repay you. You had other reasons? Yes, I'm also searching for my missing brother. He may be a dolt and a scoundrel, but he's all the family I have in this world. Remember when you found me? When we were fighting the pirates? Well, I was trying to track him down. But every time I go looking for him, I end up in some dangerous situation with ugly boat monkeys trying to kill me.
Is that a slur? That feels like a slur.
Boat monkeys. Huh. So that's why you decided to join us, is it? I can understand that. Are you sorry you asked? Not at all. The important thing is finding your brother as quickly as possible, right? That's the plan. If you're going to play Radiant Dawn, you should start thinking a little about transfer bonuses if you want. Is that a thing for not Dolphin emulator? I don't know if that's possible.
Like transferring like character levels over?
Transfer bonuses. I'll look into that. I'm not sure like what exactly transfers over. I don't think it's as simple as Xenoblade Chronicles 2 save data carrying over to Definitive Edition, giving you like 10,000 coins.
Getting like 100,000 gold.
It's probably not as simple as that. You seem depressed.
Look who I'm trapped with. Of course I'm depressed. Keep your worthless observations to yourself. All of you are so slow. I can't believe you're still not ready.
I'm sorry about that. If we were like you and didn't need to carry anything, it would be easier. But we have weapons and things to get ready.
Weapons of steel are a human weakness. Without them, you can't fight properly.
But Left, you're carrying a dagger, aren't you? In the scabbard on your leg.
Got her. This is not for fighting.
Why are you running away from her? Does she have a dagger? Did you give her a dagger, Dimitri?
Ike, show me what you have, Lathe. A knife!
No! Then what's it for?
I used to remove small bones from meat. They can also cut fruit into bite-sized pieces. It has often proven quite useful.
Hmm.
What? If you've got something to say, spit it out.
You despise Beork, but you don't mind Beork crafted tools?
If something's good, it's good. Denying something's obvious worth out of petty spite is foolish.
True.
It's not that I do not despise everything Beork. If every Beork could get along with us as well as you do, I'm certain...
Leth?
This is a ridiculous conversation. I'm leaving now. I'm in my head. She stuck her tongue out at Ike.
Baka. Alright, we did all the outfitting. We managed the experience. We did all the supports. Save. Super duper. He's Thick Thighs says so. Transfer bonuses are only activated when a unit reaches level 20, promoted. Oh God. And has a stat maxed out. So let's say Ike has maxed out defense and is level 20 promoted, so his promoted class level 20. In Radiant Dawn, he will start with +2 defense than he already has. Okay, so you have to max out their promoted class. You know, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. In the first place, I don't think I'd be able to transfer using Dolphin. Not using Dolphin, sorry. But, you know, I think I just started vanilla. After his father's death places the mantle of leadership on his young shoulders, Ike agrees to continue as Lincia's escort.
Yeah.
Benyon. The company heads now for the Benyon Empire, the oldest and largest nation on the continent of Tellius. As Crimea is the former fiefdom of Benyon, the princess turns to them for succor, much as a scared child returns to a parent. Many in Tellius believe that without Benyon's might and influence, Crimea's reconstruction will be nigh impossible. However, Benyon and Gallia have no diplomatic ties and are further separated by an impassable mountain range.
The narrator's a horse. Without Benyon's support, Crimea's reconstruction will be nay impossible.
Nay.
Will be impossible.
He ends every sentence with a bray, like a. So, the company is forced to return to Crimea, where they hope to locate a ship to carry them to Benyon. Oh, you said transfer bonuses do work with aquatic mammal. Got it.
With Orca.
Accompanied by Ranulf, the warrior who has volunteered to guide them, the company leaves Castle Gallia behind. With heavy hearts and wounded spirits, they begin their long march back to Crimea.
Hey Ike, hold up a moment.
Hold up.
You know, I was thinking, since this castle's on the way, we should probably stop by.
Really? Why? Is there something special about this place?
Why, yes, there is. This is Cantus Castle. Danes seized it early on in the war. Now it serves as a camp for prisoners. I've even heard there are a number of Crimean retainers being held captive in the dungeon beneath the castle.
What? Are you certain?
Princess, I'm hurt. Of course my information is reliable.
If we could rescue some Crimean soldiers, they might decide to join us. That would be quite a boon, would it not? Yes, it would. I think it's worth the risk. Cantus Castle. Cantus Castle.
Yeah, I'm going with Cantus.
Cantus Firmus.
It's a music theory joke for those of you at home.
Eric?
Oh, sorry. The question now is, how do you open these cells and free the prisoners?
The cells are certain to be locked, so in order to open them...
Logic would dictate that the keys would be in the possession of the jailer. We have no choice but to steal them. If we're lucky, the guards will have keys as well. In either case, we must move with caution. We don't want to trade blows with the entire castle garrison.
Which means we stay close to the walls and avoid being seen or heard, right? Alright then, Our first priority is to get our hands on the cell keys.
Hey, you there.
Your unit.
Oh, wait.
Is this me or you?
I don't remember. I haven't been keeping track. Let me find the list.
The last one was Kanaeus.
Oh, yeah, so I guess this one is you.
Volk. I have business with Sir Grail. Where is he?
You're sorely lacking in social etiquette, aren't you? State your business.
I'll speak with Sir Grail and Sir Grail alone. Now take me to him.
Soren pulls out his decapitated head. All right, talk to him.
Oh, God.
Should he honor the treaty King Louis' head? Do whatever you want. I'm
super dead. Will you ask isn't possible. Commander Grail is dead. Well, that's a problem. Just who are you anyways? I'm getting big Matt Mercer vibes from this man.
He looks like Matt Mercer.
He does, yeah, that's what I mean. Call me Volk. Sir Grail hired me. I'm in intelligence. My father hired you? You are Sir Grail's son, correct? You'll do. Sir Grail hired me to investigate something. You pay my price and I'll give you my report. Deal? How much? 50,000.
Jesus!
That's a bit steep. And worth every penny. Look at that grin. Look at that smug file. Smug smile. Smug file. Smug save file. I don't have that much. Give me some time. So, you're willing to pay? My father hired you. He must have a good reason. Are you sure, Commander? We have no way of knowing if he's telling the truth. We'll know when we see the contents of that report. Until then, let's have him travel with us. So that's your plan, eh? Listen, you get the report when I get paid, and I'm not waiting around until then. I'll keep my information for the time being. Call me when you've got the gold. Step into any tavern along your way. Tell the barkeep you've need of a fireman. You'll see me within an hour.
Hold a moment. Intelligence. You said you were in intelligence, right? Is information the only thing you sell?
Come out with it. What are you asking?
Locks. Can you open locks?
Sure. 50 gold per lock. If you're going to have him open cell doors... So you're going to have him open cell doors? Is that wise? We've only just met him and there's no telling we can trust him.
Ooh.
Yes? I know he's a unit.
Hell yeah, he is. Look at this man.
Matt Mercer's always a unit.
Hell yeah, bro.
But just in case. You are safe. Sweet. Thank you, aquatic mammal. Higher. Oh, here we go. Banger song time. Okay. Volk, will you help us break into these cells? As long as I get paid, I got no complaint. Titania, no objections? I told you before, didn't I? You're the commander. If you decide on a course of action, I will but follow. I love that song so much.
Righto, I'm off. Good luck and all that.
Wait, huh? What? Huh? You're not gonna help us here?
Much as I would like to, I have a job to do. I will rejoin you when I'm finished.
I see. Well, good luck to you then.
Yes, and to you as well. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta take a massive
Alright. This is the first chapter we have that we actually have reserves.
You actually have to, like, pick and choose.
Thick Thigh says this is Fire Emblem's attempt at a stealth level. Uh-oh.
Oh, yikes.
He's level 10. Level 10 thief. With a knife.
Oh, sick.
Shade. Oh, this is the same thing Ileana has.
Oh, yeah.
Allows you to wield knives. And steal unequipped items. Okay. Huh. I didn't know knives were a weapon class in this game. They're distinct. They're not part of the triangle.
So they're like claws.
Right. I think that's why you need the skill for it.
Interesting.
Okay.
What's can we look at the map?
Yes. This is Sephirin.
Bishop.
No items. Nephany. I know she's recruitable.
I imagine all of them are.
And Baram, I know he is too. And Kyran.
I think it's Kieran.
I think you are. I think you're right. One of the Let's Players that I watched called him Kyran.
Yeah. Well, it's clearly based on. There's clearly German influence, and the rule with German IE is whatever vowel comes second is the one you pronounce.
Can you check if Sephirin is recruitable? 'Cause I don't think
I
he
imagine
is.
all. Oh, right. I will co-pilot in that regard. I imagine all of them are.
Right. I just don't remember him being a character.
FEPORCH10.
He's okay. Thick Thigh says Sephirin was not recruitable, but he is an ally, right? Because I know the other three are Baram, Kieran, and Nephany.
Okay, from what I can tell from the wiki, the only units you gain are Leth, Mordecai, and Volk. It doesn't look like you can recruit any of these people now.
In the next chapter.
In what we're about to do, I don't think you can recruit them now. Right. I think some of them may decide to join you after the fact.
So I know you freed them, and then they'll join you. If you do free them, they'll join you in a future chapter.
Oh, interesting.
I remember reading ahead about that. I just forgot the characters.
Ooh. You get your first Master Seal here.
Nice.
From the boss.
So.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I want to bring the two trainees. I wasn't ready for having to choose characters. So okay. So this is a stealth mission, quote unquote. The soldiers are walking back and forth. If you get in the soldier's range, it's not game over. You just have to fight more baddies.
Oh, so reinforcements will come if you're spotted.
This is an escape quest. Yeah, get to the end. For these guys along the way.
So I would suggest, okay, are there any archers here? I would doubt it.
No.
Well, there could be some with reinforcements, but I would suggest bringing Marcia, because I imagine she probably has the highest movement of everyone, and with escape missions, it can be any unit.
Titania has 9, Oscar has 8, and Marcia has 8. Beasts have 7.
Titania has 9. That's busted.
Yeah.
Sakurai, please, nerd.
Ooh, there's a lot of layers to this.
Do you want to know what's in the chests?
Yes, please.
1 statue fragment, 1 counter, a steel lance, a short axe, and a javelin.
So, nothing really. You said, wait, okay, repeat that again?
Chests, a statue fragment, a counter, which I believe is a skill like Miracle that you can give to someone.
Yeah.
A steel lance, a short axe, and a javelin. And then, do you want to know enemy reinforcements ahead of time? A knight, 2 Myrmidons, and 1 archer appear behind you. And then 2 knights, a mage, and a Myrmidon. And then 3 soldiers, 2 knights, and a halberdier.
Okay. There's only 1 archer. He appears behind me. I'm not really worried about Marcia. I'm probably gonna leave Ileana behind.
Which mage needs more leveling?
Oh, where's Soren? Soren's 9. Ileana's 8. Oh, yeah. I'll drop Soren. They have the same magic pretty much, minus El Thunder and Elwind. Let's see. Okay, what I'm gonna do. Maybe I should just not bring Titania.
Yeah, you know what? That might be a good idea.
She is a good crutch though, but I just don't want to over rely on her. I'll bring Rolf. Do you know about promotion in this game? I do to an extent. I know that they automatically promote if they get to 20. If they get to 21 in their base class, they automatically promote. I just don't know how Master Seals work in this game. I guess it's just an alternative way to promote them early. I guess maybe.
Oh shoot, okay. So it's unnecessary to talk to any of the characters to recruit them. All you need to do is open the door.
Okay, it's good to know.
Also, fun tidbit, this doesn't apply to us, but I think you'd find it interesting. However, in the Japan-only Maniac mode, each of the 3 characters must also escape to the map.
Ooh. That'd suck. That would really suck. So I'm leaving behind Mia, Titania, and Sword, and replacing them with Rolf, Mordecai, and Marcia.
Leaving Mist as well?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So our no racist run is now going strong.
I could... No, I like Boyd too much. Oscar's reliable as well. Reese is just good. Although...
You're replacing Reese with Mist?
Yeah. Because their magic and stuff doesn't really affect how much they heal.
Yeah. And
just
everyone has a vulnerary now.
Right.
And I think we just need to use the next few chapters to level up Rolf and Mist.
Thick Thigh says, the thing about Master Seals is, it's an alternative way to promote, but there's only 3 Master Seals in the entire game. So you should only use them for things. You should only use them for things like your clerics or units that are behind. That's good to know.
Can Master Seals be used regardless of level in this game? Like, for instance, if Rolf is still at, like, level 2, could we use it on Rolf, like, now? Not that we would, because, again, I'm in the passenger seat, but I'm just wondering.
I would imagine so, because, like, why would you use it if you were already, like, close to auto-promoting?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Auto-promoting just is kind of weird to me.
Master Seals are, so just level 10. Minimum.
Level 10.
Okay, that's good to know.
So like other games in that regard.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and save and we can start. Okay, that's good to know. Was the Master Shield in the chest or was one of the enemies holding it?
Boss.
Boss. Okay. Okay.
3 in the whole game. That's nuts.
That's crazy.
Oh wait. There's also... Isn't there also a... There's another seal that's like better than a Master Seal. Does that mean like there's only 1 in the game?
Are you talking about in this game?
Yeah. I'm gonna look it up. Master Seal.
Okay. Would come through. What turns do the reinforcements come through?
Tell you in a second.
Oh, can I give... Probably should have checked if I could have given Volk any swords. Can I? No, I guess I can't.
Oh, wait, so let me get this straight. They give him a skill that lets him use a specific weapon, and they still give that weapon durability?
Oh, I literally just forgot that this is a stealth mission and I shouldn't be in people's ranges. I just put Boyd right here. Oh, that's fun.
My god.
Okay, let's see how this turns out. If I need to, I can just yoink back to the save state. we'll see how this goes. That's the way the news goes.
The enemy reinforcements only appear if you get spotted. So since you just got spotted, you're gonna get a knight, 2 myrmidon, and an archer.
Alright. Sounds good.
And they're gonna appear behind you.
Sounds good.
Look
Whoops.
out! We're under attack!
Whoops.
Commander Danamio, the castle defenses have been breached. What are your orders, sir? What fortunate timing. We're starting to run low on prisoners. Do try to capture them alive. I won't have you robbing me of my fun. As you command, sir. Oh, they all appear at once.
Fun.
Oh no.
How are we supposed to get through here without getting spot? Oh, they strafe. I forgot. Or they pace back and forth. Fun. Okay. Well.
Caden, this is a stealth mission. Also, Caden, let me put Boyd immediately in the enemy sideline.
They get to move too? Come on, man. Alright. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be real fun.
Oh, and not a hint of sarcasm.
I am super excited for this.
Oh! Oh, wait, okay, so I guess this one's me. You want to do this one, or should I take it?
I'll do Kyran and Kieran and Nephany.
Okay. Tell me something, will you? What's gonna happen to us? Those Dane soldiers took my friends away, and they did never come back. What did they do to them? Something bad happened, I just know it.
Quiet, fool. Keep your cowardly mutterings to yourself. It matters not what vile torture they devise. A true knight of Crimea is bold, steadfast, and strong. I care not if they pull out my nails or with tongs or insult pins into my soft flesh of my underbelly or yank.
Stop it! I can't bear torture. I'm not a professional soldier. I'm just part of the militia. I can't believe I left my family behind for this. Will I ever see them again? Oh, I want to go home.
Curses. If only I had a weapon of some sort. I can kill this idiot.
They let you keep your horse.
Will help. Will come. I will not give up. Nephany is a lancer, halberdier soldier.
Oh, sick.
Okie dokie. Do we have the key? This one does.
You know what I just realized?
Okay.
Since you can't attack through walls, there's no way they can attack the people inside.
Yeah.
Which, there's a chapter 11 or 12 or something like that, of Shadow Dragon, where you have 5 units that are like prisoners. It's a paladin, 2 knights, an archer, and a bishop. That once you unlock the door, are like you can control them from the start. Like they're already recruited. But the catch is,
Crit 18?
Oh my god. But the catch is the enemies are around the prison in such a way that all but 2 of them, like 3 of the 5, will be hit no matter what you do each turn.
Dang.
Granted, you can make it so that the bishop is closer to whatever mages are there, so he takes less damage, and the knights are closer to the archers. But it's low-key brutal. Also, I'll be right back.
Okay. Thunder 22, 14, 18, 20, 22. Thunder's my best bet. Mist is in big danger. Alright, this is gonna be this is bad. I should just restart. You know, I might just do that. They won't be able to call for help if I just kill them when I immediately get into their line of sight. Can Volt do anything?
Bro, we gotta make a juice tier list.
Dude, yes.
Because, like, pineapple juice, top tier. But you can shove enemy units? That's hilarious.
Huh?
You can shove enemy units.
What?
Or maybe
Why?
it's just him. Maybe it's just him.
Only Volk can.
And that's so funny.
What the heck? Alright. So it seems like the beast gauge goes up by 4 every turn.
Hmm.
Wait. Okay. I killed the... I might just restart.
Wait, wasn't the last save state when you recruited Volk?
Yeah. That's just
I
dialogue.
guess I
though.
wouldn't take that one.
It's just dialogue.
Yeah.
Mist is in danger. Let's just see what happens. So, when I was looking through the prisoners' classes. So Oscar is a lance knight. Kieran is an axe knight. He's an axe cavalier.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm assuming there's a sword knight as well. Yeah, axe knight, knight, bishop, and soldier. I would assume there's a sword knight, a sword cavalier. $62, $72, $62, $10. Right,
Sword Knight is my favorite helper from Kirby Superstar Ultra.
Sword Knight, Blade Knight.
I
Crit?
know Blade Knight's better.
Oh no, it's not a crit. We haven't seen Pegasus Knight animations yet, so I got really excited.
Also, that's the laziest Pegasus I've ever seen. Bro, get up in the air, start moving.
Do your job, do your bodily functions.
You have wings. I know you also have legs, but... Wait. So remember how we're talking about the difference between a dragon and a wyvern?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's 4 appendages versus 6?
Mm-hmm.
Or limbs, essentially. Does that mean that Pegasuses are dragons, technically?
Well, no, because they're not reptiles. They're...
Okay, but you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
They're like horse dragons?
I mean, what would a wyvern horse look like?
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Have you seen that picture of the thing where it's like half horse, half centaur? And it's a horse with 6 legs?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, I need to show you because
Half
it's one
horse,
of the
half
funniest...
centaur, but the human part is also a horse.
Right, so like, so it's like the body of a horse and the chest of a person, but instead of the chest of a person, it's just another front of the horse.
Oh, I
so
hate that.
You have it at an angle 2 horse legs and the head.
Oh, I hate that. Mordecai's just chilling. Oh, Boyd's dead. uh, that's hilarious.
Good thing we're playing this on a legit GameCube.
Yeah. It was Mia, Reese, and Titania. And then missed Rolf Marcia. Alright, time to boot up our first try. Let's go. Alright, now I'm not going to do the thing I did last time and putting Boyd right here. So that's what we're working with. Okay. And have Mr.
What should we do for the next level of our strategy RPG? Make it a stealth level.
I could just keep everyone here, you know? Have Volk go in and steal and dip out. That's not how that works. Never mind, I take that back.
You think if someone at Intelligence Systems gets promoted, they play that jingle?
Da, 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 da.
POV. Oh, wait, hold on. 1 second. I need a minute to set up this joke.
Take your time.
I will, thank you.
It better be a banger.
Oh, you know I'm hilarious.
Excellent point. Flawless logic. Alright, they're going backwards.
Alright, POV. I'm your boss. You work in Intelligence Systems. Company's falling on hard times. And I say, Caden, come into my office. Unfortunately, as you know, things haven't been great for us. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to let you go.
Oh no! Oh no! Break? Oh. Say. Oh, what? Come on!
Right? How are you spotted?
Because I attacked. You're able to break the gates, the bars. So I attacked it with Oscar, and then they caught me.
Oh my god.
Come on, man. No, screw this. I'm restarting again. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. No, I'm not having that. Not in this house.
Look at me, I'm Caden. I did something dumb and I have to suffer with the consequences.
It's not my fault.
Kidding. No, I'm kidding. That's understandable.
I'm upset. What the heck? Doesn't make any sense. Alright. Let's try this again. God. Okay. Just move everyone up. I'm not gonna attack the freaking bars this time.
You get to the gate, and one of the commands is break it down, and Oscar's like,
Volk's doing freaking breakdancing in the background. Alright, everyone chill out here. They're gonna pace
you
to
still have
that
Titania?
right. What?
I think you still have Titania.
Yeah, instead of leaving Titania, Reese, and Soren, I'm leaving Reese, Soren, and Mia. Mia's doing fine. I want Titania just to have security. Okay. I'm just gonna line the shadows, and then hit him when they least expect it. Can Volk? I swear to God, if I get caught for this,
I don't think he will. He's a sneaky man.
should I? I'm making a
Yeah, you know
freaking
what?
safe
Good
state.
idea.
I'm making a safe state because you know what?
We've been burned twice.
Yeah, I don't deserve it a third time. Okay.
Hey!
I don't have to talk to them.
A man has fallen down in Lego City.
Hey. And turn. You're gonna come back? Or not? I guess he's just circling the pillars. This is the courtyard chapter from Ocarina... The courtyard area from Ocarina of Time. Okay. I got this. Easy peasy. 30 health? What level is he? 11. Okay.
We thought this chapter would be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Turns out it's difficult lemon difficult.
That wasn't even funny. Why am I laughing?
It's okay, you can admit I'm hilarious.
Difficult, lemon difficult.
Unfortunately, I can't take credit for that. I saw it on Tumblr a few years ago.
That's peak comedy right there.
Tumblr is peak comedy.
And that's saying something.
Both in terms of certain things on the website and the website itself. It was sold for like a crazy amount of money, and then Yahoo couldn't figure out how to make it profitable, so they gave up.
So that's how like a lot of so I just have to avoid everything.
Yeah. Looks like it.
I can't just kill him on my turn. Alright. I see how it is, game. See how it
So
is.
that's the way you wanna be intelligent systems.
I could just have Titania one-shot him, I think.
You know what? Might be worth it.
I may as well.
Because here's the thing. Ideally, you're not going to be getting any experience in this chapter anyway.
Right.
Except for the boss.
Okay. God, this is terrible. You're gonna die, right? Yeah. You're definitely gonna die. Watch Tanya kill him. He's still gonna alert the guards before he just keels over and dies. Oh, come on! I hate it here, man.
Oh, wait. Are you going to get... Is he going to snitch?
Yeah, he did.
What? How? Did I miss that?
As soon as his health hit 0, he was like, enemies! And then he evaporated into the ether.
God, no one likes a snitch.
So I'm just gonna, you know what? Let's do it. I can do this. I can do this.
Yeah, Tanya, hell yeah. Also, I was at the store today, and for the first time in my adult life, I got one of those mini M&M tube things. You know the ones. So, if you hear anything coming from my mic, know that I am having what is quite possibly the best day of my life.
Like those M&M tube things with the tiny M&Ms, you said?
Yeah, dude.
Heck yes.
Oh, heck yeah. Am I allowed to say hell yeah? I mean, I just did, but like,
Go for it.
if you okay, cool. Because if you say no, I won't say it again.
I think I've said ass already in this stream, so
All right. So in terms of severity,
I'm just
we
gonna
go no
avoid the F
further
word.
than yeah. In terms of severity, we go no further than ass.
Yes. Correct. Okie dokie. So,
I think if we avoid the F word and excrement, we should be fine.
I should have brought the hammer.
By which I mean, Franklin and guano. As long as you don't say those two words specifically, we're fine.
Franklin?
Come on, we just talked about this.
Right. I mean, the F word, right?
Yeah, the F word, Franklin.
Yeah, but is that like a... I know guano is, you know...
I just couldn't think of an F word.
Okay.
That was close to...
I didn't know if, like, Franklin was, like, historically the origin of the actual F word. Like, I didn't know if you were dropping some knowledge on me or something.
You know, I can see why you would think that because I've definitely done that before. But also, 80% of the time, I'm just an idiot.
Alright. If by some miracle I make it out of this alive, I'm not going to make it out of this alive.
No, with that attitude. Crit. Oh. Bro, when Boyd crits, I'm gonna pop off so hard.
Can Oscar handle knights? 1224. Not two of them and a mage and a swordsman. Wolf, what can you do?
I can't explain it, but mini M&Ms are so much better than regular M&Ms.
That's a kill. I'll take that. I'm straight up just not having a good time with this chapter. This is gonna suck. This is gonna be a one chapter stream.
Most difficult. This is a one chapter stream. That's gonna suck.
This is gonna be a one chapter stream.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna get some juice. I'll be right back.
All right. Titania, do something, please. Titania, do something. Titania, please. This is gonna suck. Ileana's about to die. Boyd's probably gonna die. Somehow. I can get Ike here. Kill this guy. Have the Regal Sword equipped, so any knight that attacks him will get hurt a lot. That swordsman is dead. All that's left will be the mage to hit Ileana. She's out of range of the knights. And the mage. So Ileana's good. So is Boyd. Nice. All that's in danger right now is... Well, there's also these guys. This is in danger. There's that archer. So Marcia's in danger. Just blockade with Oscar and Volk. Yo, Oscar's beefy. No, you missed. Nice. 6, 12, 18, 24. You can take 4 of those. I'm assuming he is, heal. He's got 10 down. She's very low. If that archer wasn't down there, I would have had Marcia blockade instead of Volk. I can steal his sword. Oh, no, I can't. Alright, go ahead and attack, I guess. Who's gonna crit? No. Nice miss. He missed an 80% chance. I think that's what it was. Alright. We should be good.
Alright, so how are we doing?
Very good. Very, very good, actually.
Oh, good. Anyone crit?
No. I was hoping Volk would, but no. He's fine.
Excuse me. Walk back into my room, double fisting pineapple juice and water. Woo!
We're looking good. We're looking good.
The good thing is, from the looks of it, there won't be any more reinforcements.
Right. There's only three. It was only like 3 groups, right? And those they all came out at the same time, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in a world of hurt, buddy. I got the regal sword. You're gonna miss. Or not.
Remember how yesterday you were talking about what's next for Fire Emblem?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let's hope Ike survives this.
Huh.
Oh. Oh. So we were talking about what's the future of Fire Emblem? I just had a thought. So, Gaiden, or rather Echoes, had the sections, like the dungeon spelunking sections.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see something like that in like a new story, like a proper sequel.
Right. Having those free roam areas is really hype.
Mm-hmm.
They repurposed it in 3 houses with like Garrick Mach.
Yeah.
Having
and
more instances of that, not like just for the monastery or just for underground dungeons, but like having like an overworld kind of.
Yeah, and the way they handled the monastery was great. I love everything, almost everything about Garrick Mach in those sections of the game. I think it's super well done. But like, give us a bit more free roaming, you know?
Yeah.
Because what surprised me most about Echoes is like, wait, I'm walking around and there's a dedicated attack button?
Fire Emblem, but the action RPG. It's not a strategy RPG anymore.
That's just warriors, dude.
True.
Fire Emblem Warriors 2, this time it's canon. Like Hyrule Warriors.
Yes. I need this sword dude to die. Hey, would you look at that? Wait. What am I trying to do? What can Oscar do? Oscar is beefy.
I don't know why that was so funny to me.
Oscar's beefy?
Yo, Oscar's beefy.
Oscar, bro? He's beefy.
Oscar Mayer, bologna. Yeah, man.
Beef. I smell like beef. That
Oh
was a
my
crit.
god. I was always doing it backhanded. That's cool.
That's not a good idea. Nope. 18. Not quite. 8. 21 minus
God.
8, that's 13.
Right.
Oh. Confident in that. Yeah. Do that. Ow.
No way she. Oh.
Yeah,
Is
right?
that why you thought it was?
Yeah. Threw me for a loop.
Pegasus Knight crit animations in Shadow Dragon are kind of lame.
Are like I would assume like most animations in the game are lame.
Not always.
What are some sick ones?
Like the mercenary crit animation is awesome. And with a hero, whenever he jumps back to his spot after attacking, straight up does a backflip.
Ooh.
But like with Pegasus Knights, and I think Draco Knights too. They for the normal attacks they just fly up and then go down and hit. For their crit, they fly up, then go higher, then hit. And it's like damn, okay.
The GBA animations I think are peak animations for Fire Emblem. Because those oh my god. Those animations are super sick.
The animation, the awakening ones are also really cool.
Yeah.
But watching them in a fast forward is really funny because they're just jumping all over the place
With no feet.
with their nubs. Do they fix that in Fates?
Yes. They give them feet. That is that was probably on their highest priority list. We have to give them feet.
Man's walking in the ground.
13% chance crit.
2 feet in the grave? Nah, man. Both feet in the ground.
Dang it.
Level up, though.
Not much of one, sadly. Thick Thighs says, gotta say the spell animation is getting pretty sick. They're alright to me.
What animation?
The spell animations.
Yeah, they're pretty good. My favorite spell animation will always be Excalibur from Shadow Dragon.
Yeah, this soldier is bothering me. If I kill him with Titania, I'm gonna have Boyd and Ike just wall off. Yeah.
Dang, they killed me versus 3 years ago.
3 years.
3 years ago, yesterday.
That was a crit hand axe.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I feel like it was only like at least one or two. That's crazy.
Bro, Steve Bowling tweeted that he's no longer with Game Explain. All the big Game Explain members are leaving.
Thick thighs, thanks for the follow. Yo, everyone's
Yes,
leaving.
because John left, Derek just left,
Yeah.
and now Steve.
So the only OG is Andre.
And I think isn't Steve? Not Steve. What's his name? Ash. Isn't Ash still there?
Oh yeah, Ash is still there too. He hasn't been showing up recently though in the videos, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I don't know who these new guys are.
I know Joey Ferris. I don't. I didn't. I knew Joey Ferris before he was joining Game Explain. He worked with Commonwealth Realm, who do a bunch of Zelda videos. But the new other one, Triss. There's Triss and Chris.
That's not confusing.
It's not confusing at all.
I mean, I still can barely tell Ash and Derek's voices apart.
Yeah, I sometimes getting confused. Yeah. I mismatched the voice with like the face. Especially on Twitter.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
So, were you also surprised the first time you saw John's face?
No, I don't think so.
Because I was. For some reason, his voice did not match his face in my head.
It's very deep.
Yeah.
It is a very deep voice.
I wish I could.
Now
have
that I'm
voice
thinking
in my
about
head.
it, I can see the confusion.
I'm gonna take another look at him because it's been a minute. Hold on.
Bro, he just had his kid like 2 days ago.
He did.
It was like the same day as Derek. That's wholesome. I think they both had their like baby the same day. We're very close together.
Yeah. He doesn't look like a base. And like I don't just mean like his face. I mean like because the thing with like people with lower voices generally, like especially like bass singers, is their necks are generally pretty thin and generally with a pretty pronounced Adam's apple, whereas tenor voices have much larger, thicker necks. To the point where if you're an undergrad studying tenor, it's not uncommon for the neck size of your shirt to go up. Which mine did.
You said thinner, right? For basses?
Tenor voice basses are thinner and taller.
Okay.
With a more pronounced Adam's apple. And tenors have a thicker, wider neck. And just looking at his neck, like you wouldn't expect it to be like that. Of course, there are exceptions.
That's 2 of the cages open. Just need Nephany and this chest. Can you check which chests have what?
Oh yeah.
He's a general. Bad res though. I'm gonna throw Ilyana at him.
The statue fragment is a solo chest in the upper right room. A counter scroll is in the lower chest in the boss area. And then I imagine from left to right, it's Steel Lance, Short Axe, Javelin.
Okay.
What do statue fragments do? Increases a user's build by 2. What is build? Constitution.
Thick Thighs just sent a link to That's a really sick animation. The GBA games had banger animations for everything. Yeah, I could just break the cage. I have nothing to lose. I'm already caught.
Constitution determines what weapons units can carry without suffering a penalty to their attack speed. And it generally applies to mounted units.
Constitution, you said?
Yeah, that's the statue fragment is increases a unit's build or constitution by 2. And that's the one in that far right chest.
Damage.
I thought that was Boyd for a second. Like, I was like, dang, that did a lot of damage to Boyd.
Oh. Boyd's not doubling anymore.
Maybe you give him the statue fragment. So he can use the steel axe without it affecting his attack speed.
I have a speed wing in the convoy as well. Alright. You're gonna die. Alternatively. Yeah, I like this. This pleases me. I am pleased by this outcome. Fire!
Clean plant.
Fire! Yahoo! Yahoo! I'm excited for break, so I can do this more consistently.
Oh yeah.
Because we're kind of going at a snail's pace with these chapters.
Because we can only stream like twice a week.
Yeah.
For this one.
Nice.
Oh my god. That means he's good though.
Yeah. Always does. 28. Yes? Wait, what do you have? Steel Lance. Javelin. I'll put... What's your move? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I can kill him. Iron Lance. Did Mist already move? No, she didn't. Okay, cool. Boyd's probably gonna have big damage inflicted onto him, so I'm gonna do this, heal him with Mist. Good level up. Pretty good. Misty.
Misty mountainside with dungeons deep.
Who has key? I think it's Tony has the keys. Yeah, chest key. Volk has the keys to life, pretty much. $24. Not worth it. Let's just keep Boyd here.
I just use Oscar.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's kind of low, though. I mean, I could just put him there.
Yeah, because the weapon triangle actually matters in this game.
Just, just put him here. No attack. I don't think I'm going to, though.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Okay. Good dodge.
Whoo!
Good hits.
That double.
You love to see it. Absolute dub. No miss. Well, yes, miss, but for the enemy. These aren't going to move. Only these guys left. They can't really go anywhere. Homie's not moving. It's very threatening. How about now? I dare you, idiot. Okay. I'll keep mist close, just in case. I'll like break this. Bink. It didn't break it, he just opened it.
Next time I open a room, I'm gonna be like, whoops, I broke it.
For the boss, I'm probably just gonna have to double team him with Titania and Ileana. It's a level 3 general.
Titania still has the hammer, right?
No.
Oh, no?
But she is Titania, so.
That is also true.
I don't think I've used Volk for his purpose in this chapter once.
Man is literally just vibing.
Nothing? They're not moving. I'm getting scared.
I doubt the boss will move. But I have been wrong before.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Volk go this way to take care of this stuff. Titania will take care of... I just want to draw them out. Test the waters. They're not moving. Okay. Titania, do the thing.
Julie, do the thing. Varric is honestly one of the best characters in Korra.
Julie, do the thing. Julie.
I was just thinking about how the voice of Varric is like a game show host now, and then I just thought of Alex Trebek, and now I'm sad.
Oh man. Who is this voice actor?
Oh, he's also in Pitch Perfect. His name always escapes me though.
The announcer dude, like with the host guy.
What?
The host guy in Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, John Michael Higgins. He hosts a game show called America Says, which is like this. My family got into it over quarantine. It's like this thing where like there's 7 words on the board, and it's like you would have a fill in the blank question, and it would be like the one thing I miss about high school is blank, and there'd be 7 words on the board, and you're only given the first letter, and you have to guess what they all are and try and clear the board.
Oh, I see.
So if it was like and if it's a term with multiple words, it'll give you the first letter of each word. So for instance, if the question was the thing I miss most about high school is blank, and there was the first term Like the biggest one is always like the most common answer. And if it's FG, it would be football games.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting, but I didn't realize that he was the voice actor for Varric.
You're late. Do the thing.
Bolin, do the thing.
What thing? The thing. I never have to tell Julie what to do. The thing.
Also, the fact that Varric invented an EMP. What?
The fact that Varric has a unit of measurement named after him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Boyd, do the thing. Sounds like Obama.
Bolin,
Bolin.
do the thing.
Bolin. Do the thing.
I can't do a good Obama voice.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds? Well, as it appears, I have one right here. Chaos Control. Chaos Control.
I blew up the moon, you idiot.
How do you like that, Obama? Okie dokie. I'm just testing the waters, seeing what I can and can't do. What I'm allowed to do. Am I allowed to do anything?
Is that allowed?
I don't know if that's allowed. I don't know if that's allowed. Bless you.
Excuse me. Whew.
Blessed art thou.
I saw this TikTok that was like, what's God's name? And it was like, Howard. How do you know his name is Howard? And the guy goes, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And I'm like, bruh.
Bruh. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive our sinners.
Bro, you spitting.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts. Forgive us our sins as we forgive. No, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Cast us out of temptation and deliver us from evil. Come on. I lost it. I was actually a champion Bible quizzer.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I barely remember any of the Hebrew that I had to do.
From the Torah?
Yeah,
Torah.
well, like, just like general, like, blessings for whatever, you know. And like, they all start very similarly, but like the only thing different is like the last few words.
I'm gonna make a save state because I don't know if the boss is gonna move. I am scared.
I kind of doubt it.
Okay. God, I got so scared.
Every time you see a different animation, I always assume it's a crit.
Big mistake, boyo. I love Boyd. Bro, he has the crotch brace on.
Hmm.
That's how you know it's serious.
Makes it hot.
That's how you know it's serious.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the boss moves.
I mean, I don't think he can because he doesn't have any ranged weapons. So it would really matter. If he did, I guess. Javelin. Nope. Rolf! Do something. Come on, man. You know what? Oh, extra movement. Hit, please. Hit, please. Come on, Marcia. You're killing me here. I'm actually in pain. Ow, it hurts. My plan was to hit him with Marcia, knock him down to 1 HP, then have Rolf finish him off and get some experience. Level 10. Oscar do be schmovin'. Okay. Yeah, I can't reach yet. Let's go ahead and kill these guys. $24. So close. Nope. No double. L. 13. 13% chance to crit. Oh, that's 15 damage on Ileana. That is not kosher. Where's Volk? Chest. Sweet. $16. $20. Let's do that. I want Rolf to get a kill, at least.
Come on, Rolf.
You can do it, buddy. Prodigy in the making. Champ in the making. 18% chance to crit.
Come on, Rolf.
If he doesn't, I have people to I have people to cover for him, so it doesn't really matter.
You can do it. You can do it.
Come on, Rolf.
I believe in him.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go, Rolf! Oh, that's my boy right there.
My man said, I diagnose you with dead.
And he liked it too. He liked every minute of it. Look at that smile on his face.
That man is dead inside. The only thing that brings him joy is slaughtering others.
I mean, same.
Huh?
I mean, what? Counter. You're not gonna move, all right? You're not gonna move.
No way.
I mean, while I'm here, I may as well.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Zap. Ow. I want to see a magic crit. Yeah, dude. Were you paying attention to Rolf's level up, like his stats?
I haven't been, no.
I think Thais said it was an empty level up. I hope it wasn't too bad. Good stats, good stats, good stats. Boy's level 12.
Dang.
This man's going in. Oh, shoot. He moved. He has a sword, though.
Look who came to play. I'm so very happy to see you. Now that you're ready to become my prisoners and live a life of eternal bliss in my lovely dungeon.
You're not going to do damage. Oh, no.
I am in danger.
He has 42 health. I can't get Titania out of there. She's stuck. Oh no. 22, 17 damage.
But he might miss.
22. 42 minus 20 is 20. Minus 2 is 18. That could work out. 10. No doubles. He has a sword.
But you can also send in Ike for the kill. If you get Oscar out of there, you could send in Ike for the kill with Regal Blade.
Yes. Oscar's not going to be able to do anything anyway, so I'll just get him out of there.
Yeah.
$26. Alright, nice.
Oh, and he's most likely gonna miss anyway. The accuracy was like 53.
Ileana, please crit. I really don't need it, but I would love to see it. No. Oh well.
That would have been nice.
Would have been really nice. How about Marcia? What can you do?
Nice.
5. Oh, that'll leave her with 1 HP. Yike. Rolf.
Bro, what'd you expect?
I expected nothing.
Our expectations were a little bit. Holy crap.
22. Yeah. He got no sauce. We're good. That was a meaty swing. Steel axe broke. What can Boyd do? Nothing. As expected. Alright. It's been fun, laddie. Oh shoot, if Ike gets hit, he's dead. Thank you, miss. Thank you, sister. Oh, nice. She leveled up. Her, magic. Oh.
Oh yes, excellent. What a defiant stare you have. You're exactly the type of prisoner I long for. I will watch as hope fades from your eyes and revel as despair clouds your vision. It will be transcendent.
Don't count on it. Stop the count!
1, 2, 3, 4. You'll not escape. I will see all of you dead. You will be executed.
Executor. My favorite Gen 1 Pokemon.
Alolan Executor.
My favorite Pokemon. That's a lie. Ike's 13.
Oh, I thought it was like 17.
Me too. Here we go. Let's get the heck out of here. I have to get everyone out of here.
No way.
Wow, that was nerve-wracking. Well, I'm off. There's no enemies. Everyone is freed. I've opened all the doors. Alright.
You opened up one down south, right? South?
Yeah, these guys? Yeah.
Oh, it just looked like it was still close to me.
This is riveting gameplay. Let's get these chests while I'm here, I guess. Javelin. Do I have any keys? No. If Ike leaves, does the entire chapter end?
I don't know.
I want to get these chests though. So I'll just keep him here, just in case, because I want these chests.
The chest is a short axe and a steel axe.
I want the optimally both of them. So
A steel lance. Sorry.
steel lance. Short axe, especially. Just a good weapon. Hand axe plus. Oh yeah, Ike does end it. I brought one of the Crimean soldiers who was being held prisoner. I'm sure you're unaware of this, but I am.
Please.
Princess Alencia. Oh yes, quite right. I'm Kieran. I served under General Joffrey as leader of Crimea's 5th platoon. My platoon had the honor of escorting you from the palace during Dane's attack. Really? You were there when... I was. Lord Renning ordered my platoon to accompany General Joffrey and serve you as your escort. Our mission was to see you safely out of Crimea to Gallia's Cave. But we failed you, and when you were lost to us, I believed my worthless life was at its end. Yet here you are. I think that I would be... To think I'd be so blessed as to see you again. Such emotion. The tears. Sniff. Kieran, were there any others? Such terrific emotion. So, I beg your pardon? Did anyone other than yourself survive? Of course. Though I was the only one unfortunate enough to suffer the misery of captivity. General Joffrey and several of his soldiers fought off the Dane attack. They were able to slip away. Even now, they wait in Crimea, hoping for one last chance to strike a blow against Dane. Jeffrey, he's alive? How those words drive off the shadows across my heart. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you for surviving. You're too kind, Your Highness. The opportunity to serve you again is the greatest reward I could ask for. What a simp! For as long as I draw breath,
Bro, for real.
I stand ready at your side. This I swear. Kieran the simp.
Yes! Look at this lad. I love him.
Family man. Good guy, Brahms.
Bro.
Alright. We all know where Kieran stands. How about you two? Will you recognize Princess Alencia as the rightful heir to the Crimean throne? Will you fight for her?
Look here, my name is Brahm, and this lass is Nephany. We're the simple country militiamen from the same territory. Now, we don't know much about nobles and stuff. Kings and queens don't matter much when you work in the fields. Of course, we know we'll be in trouble if someone takes the fields away from us. That's why we joined the militia. The King of Dane's no friend of ours, and I hear he's doing terrible things too. Vile tortures with rusty nails and more. What's gonna happen to my family? I left them all back home. I'm so worried I can hardly see straight.
If you can defeat the King of Dane, will the country return to the way it used to be? Is that what you're after? This is my hope. I may not be as powerful as my father, but I will never abandon Crimea.
You sound like a lady who stands by her word. Looks like my choice is easy.
Brahm is thick AF.
I love him.
Mine too.
I'll fight in your name. I'll help you in yours, and we'll send those Dane milksops packing.
Dang. Brahm, be careful with your words. Kids are watching. Your kids are watching. Thank you.
I beg you. This is probably the other one. I beg your pardon. Yeah.
Your... Oh, blessed saint.
Master Sephron, you're alive.
Brahm, Stephanie, are either of you wounded?
We're fine, but what about you? You were jailed for helping us. I'm so sorry. Oh, I hope they didn't hurt you.
It's nothing to fret about. Everyone is safe, and that is what matters.
Oh, blessed one. Pardon me, may I have a moment?
And you are...
I'm Ike. I'm the commander of this mercenary company.
That must mean you're the one responsible for giving me back my freedom. I am Sephiroth, a monk on pilgrimage. Please allow me to express my gratitude. Thank you.
You don't have to thank us. However, I am curious about your situation. Why were you aiding Cremain soldiers?
Do you question my story?
You're a monk on pilgrimage as well as an ally of Cremain resistance fighters. Under the circumstances, do you blame me?
Tell me something, Ike. If you came across a wounded person, could you ignore his plight?
Normally, no, I could not. But in times like these, where it means risking my own life, I don't know. It's tough to say.
You're quite honest. However, if actually faced with such a choice, a man such as yourself would not hesitate. If faced with an individual in pain, you would act instinctively. Your body would not wait for the command.
Who are you, really? You're so calm and so full of peace. I can't believe you're a simple monk.
If you'll forgive me, I must be going. Fare thee well, young warrior. I am certain that we will meet again.
Foreshadowing.
5 shadowing.
Ike. Oh, hello, Volk. What do you want? I was thinking about traveling with you for a bit. I'll be in the general area, so if you need anything, you can call me. I'll help you out, for a fee, of course. What did you say? Why would you do such a thing? In times such as these, there must be many parties that need intelligence. Well, you've sparked my curiosity, and besides, no. We'll just have to leave it at that. That's not acceptable. Don't be so inflexible. It's not as if I'll be joining your merry band or anything. This is strictly business. And yet you... Titania.
I believe this is a good opportunity. We will almost certainly have need for this man's talents. He is a dubious character at best, but at least we know his motives. Everything begins and ends with gold. He'll be easy to control.
Soren, he's standing right there.
I don't think he minds.
What will it be, Ike? The decision's yours. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man.
Very well. You may do as you like. Excellent. Call me if you need anything. Hello? 911?
First a thief and then that monk. What an odd band of characters you've attracted.
Ranulph, have you finished your errands?
Hey, Squidward! Have you finished those errands? Have you finished those errands? All done. But about those two...
Yes, they're both rather mysterious.
Oh, the monk seems like a decent enough fellow.
Determining who is a friend and who is a foe is something I must be able to do, but it's just so hard.
That is only because you don't have enough information to base your judgment on. All we can do now is press on.
You're right. Chapter end.
Oh my god.
2 hours.
Bruh. Well, okay, so what if, instead of ending it here, we do all the prep leading up to the next chapter so that we leave the base, like we're just about to leave the base, and then when we start the next stream, it'll be right before the battle.
I like that idea. Chapter 11. Blood Runs Red. Not me, I built different.
Thank you, Fire Emblem. Very
Port
now
Torah.
mine's purple.
Oh no.
Well, we're here. Welcome to Toha, Crimea's westernmost port city.
I think I know what happens in this chapter.
Oh no.
What's with this place? The people are going about their business. Why aren't they worried about Dane, about the war?
It's because this area is fairly isolated. Dane's army hasn't come this far, and so life goes on as before. Dane's plan is to seize the capital, then slowly and steadily expand its sphere of influence until it controls everything.
Surely these people have some idea of what's happening.
Ignorance is a form of bliss, is it not? These people don't know what it's like to lose a war. They don't want to know. Crimea as a nation has always been blessed by peace. Perhaps this is due to the temperament of its rulers, but the country hasn't seen serious warfare for centuries. While minor skirmishes with the kingdom of Dane have been legion, only the eastern borderlands have taken damage.
And yet, even I know this peace will not last. When we met Dane forces on our scouting mission, they attacked us merely for being within the Crimean border.
Humans are shameless creatures that carelessly ignore any misfortune which does not befall them directly. Damn! Soren spittin'. They can, and often do, turn a blind eye to all manner of wickedness, so long as it does not touch them or their kin.
My man's spitting. That's facts.
They will bow their heads, condemning those victims for bringing calamity upon themselves. And then they will cast their eyes towards heaven and toward heaven in thanks while their neighbors lay dying around them. That's oddly specific for that to be a throwaway line for Soren.
Yeah, this game was ahead of its time. But the war is happening here. This is their home, not someone else's.
And even I wonder if that has anything to do with like his backstory, like what happened before this. Because that's way too much detail.
I think
not just to be a throwaway. When the Dane army darkens their doorsteps, perhaps they will understand.
Thick Thighs said, you'll get to meet the Path of Radiance's SJW in this chapter.
Path of Radiance SJW.
He also said, he just beat Path of Radiance and jumping into Radiant Dawn.
Oh, nice.
That's a dub, bro. I didn't. Sorry.
Perhaps. No, you're good. Perhaps then they will comprehend the misfortunes they so long pretended not to see. I have no sympathy for them. My goodness. The nastier the truth, the blunter he gets. Quite a delightful staff officer you have there.
He has an undeniable streak of severity in him, but something's bothering him, that's for sure. It's to be expected. Even I'm a bit shocked by this place. Can it truly be as placid as they appear? Soren's a very empathetic young man. The emotions of this place may have proven to be too much for him.
Ignoring impending doom because you cannot prevent it. Fatalism is by nature a disheartening beast.
Get it? Beast? That's what he is.
No, explain the joke.
So, Randolph is a part of the race called the Lagoos. We've been over this in the previous chapters.
Right.
So,
right.
The Lagoos are able to turn into beast forms. In his case, it's the big old blue cat.
Froggy!
Randolph the cat. Froggy.
Well, for all those born with nothing, there are those born with everything. Perhaps those who never notice the difference are the ones we should envy.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, I was talking to myself. Pay me no mind. Now then, I've got to see a man about his ship. While I'm gone, why don't you get your supplies squared away? I'm sure that the journey ahead will require a lot of packing.
Randolph, I'll go with you.
No, that's all right. You should supervise the supply acquisition. You're going to be at sea for months, you know.
I know that, but what is it, Tanya?
She's worried about me. She doesn't want to leave a solitary Lagoos wandering around a barrack city.
But I thought Crimea and Gallia were allied nations. Why would a wandering Lagoos be cause for concern?
Well, it shouldn't be, but...
Do you remember what King Cineas told you? The friendship between Crimea and Gallia exists only between the ruling classes. It hasn't taken root in the minds of the common citizenry yet, at all.
That being said, things have improved quite a bit since King Ramon ascended to the throne. The reports of hunts and other such horrors have all but disappeared.
Other such whores?
Oh, don't worry, I'll be fine. I've got connections, see? It's not like I'll be roaming around the docks begging for passage.
Alright then, the job is yours. Please be careful.
You too. Don't mess anything up.
No promises. Something's gonna happen.
Ike, Here's a summary of our last battle.
Earned 0. Spent 9,630. Current 17,870. Combat experience 966 points. Bonus experience. Oh, so it tells you the bonus.
I see.
I see.
That's where it comes from.
What determines it though? Like, I guess
No idea.
enemies killed or. MVP Boyd, new ally Braum, Kira,
Yeah.
Nephany, and Volk. Fallen none.
There were no casualties and no one suffered permanent injury. We fought excellently. That's all I had to report. If you'll excuse me.
All right, cool. We can do this next time.
We can either do all this next time or do everything we do here, and then that way we start the next stream. We start the next stream with the actual battle.
Okay. Yeah.
Like do whatever support and barracks and inventory we need to,
I like that idea.
and experience sharing. And that way we get into a decent cycle of maybe getting through hopefully 2 chapters.
I should spend some experience on the beasts units. I can't call them beasts. I feel like that's insensitive.
Well, what kind of unit is Braum?
He's a knight.
Look at my man. he kind of looks like the old sketches of Tintin. It's
Adult
the nose.
Tintin. Oh, so we do have Kieran, Nephany, and Braum. Yeah, with
Yeah,
us.
just not Sephirin.
Yeah, so he's not recruitable. Like at all in the game, really.
Dang.
He's gonna be important though, in some
Oh
capacity.
boy. Because I like doing his voice, even though it's pretty much just my voice, but a little softer.
Kieran's 12, level 12.
Give me a Fire Emblem game where a character's unit is their age. Character's level is their age.
Oh, Mordecai's 2.
Bro, a 2-year-old with a full ass beard.
I guess my main focus right now, in regards to bonus experience, would be the 2 beast units, Mist and Rolf.
Yeah.
Why can't I skip that? Wah, ba, 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 ba.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
Dooba dooba bwee boo doo. He's 5, she's 4. Sure, why not? Dooba dooba bwee boo doo. I need to start working on that RPG that I was working on with our OCs.
Wait, what? Sorry, I was looking at Twitter.
I was saying I need to get back to working on that RPG that I was making with our custom Fire Emblem character portraits.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
All I want is Mystery of the Emblem ported to the West and remade on Switch.
They got no gear. Put that in there. That in there. Whoops.
I feel like Braum is the Valdar of this game.
Valbar, you mean?
Ooh, wait, okay.
Valbar from Echoes?
Valbar is the knight. Validar is the mage from Awakening.
Yeah, that's evil boy.
Okay, Fire Emblem's got to do better with characters with similar names. At least have them be somewhat similar. Like, Tatiana and Titania. Come on, man. I played Echoes first, and now you expect me to do this? I feel like Braum is the Valbar of this game. Chonky lad, but wholesome.
Wholesome lad. Wholesome dad, bro.
Wholesome dad.
Definitely can't use steel yet. Kieran's an axe knight. What do we got in the convoy? Steel axe. Short axe. And I'll give him the hammer. Why not? Sonya's good. They're good. You're good. The buff items. Like Seraph robe. I have a speed wing. Seraph is HP. Speed. Build. Master seal. And then a bunch of keys. Encountered. What does red gem do?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a sellable.
So, okay, next chapter, I highly suggest bringing Reese so we can get him to level 10 and then use the Master Seal on him. Just so we can get him to attack, hopefully.
Hopefully. That is assuming his promoted class has the ability to attack. I don't know if it does.
Let's find out.
Where is he? Oh. It's level 9. Oh. I could just level up right now.
Oh, yeah.
Although, should I do this or should I let him level up in order to increase his stats so he's more optimal?
Does doing this not increase the stats?
It does. But, like, I don't use all of my bonus XP. If I were to let him level up just a little bit more, even if I did dump all of these bonus XP into him.
Okay, yes. When he levels up... We'll wait. Okay, hold on. So he's a priest right now.
Yeah.
And then he levels up, he becomes a bishop.
They get is light magic a thing that they can do?
Let me find out.
HP, max HP, max HP. 28, 25, 30, 28, 22, 25, 21, 20, 22, 20, 19. I'm gonna give the Seraph robe to I'm gonna give the Seraph robe
like most heroes in Fire Emblem, Reese is not a combat unit. He does gain light upon promoting, but it's best to keep him behind enemy lines. It's recommended to use your ward staff you gain early on to level him up earlier if you plan on promoting him. That being said, you should never see frontline use. He should never see frontline use due to his low speed and bulk. He can hold his own against magical enemies due to his high res, but there's really no reason for him to confront them in the first place.
Okay. So no go on that.
He does gain light as a bishop.
Okay. Thinking about giving Boyd the speed wing.
Yeah, that might be a good call. When he becomes a saint, he has a skill called Corona.
Reese, I thought you were the one, but turns out you were the villain all along. Reese did COVID.
Oh my god.
That smile. That damned smile.
Look at that idiot.
Statue frag. This raises the build right? So who needs it the most? Where is it listed at? Oh, 10. 10, 6, 8. Build, what is build effect?
Constitution. Oh, it helps you, if you're using a heavier weapon, like, okay, it makes it so it's easier to double using a steel weapon.
I see. So, not you guys.
That might be good for Boyd or, Oscar or Rolf.
Where's the stat listed at? Oh, right there. Build. So if the build is like lower than what the weight of the weapon is, you can't double.
Maybe.
Because that's what I think it is. Because the weight of this iron sword is 7. Ike's build is 9, and that
What's a steel sword?
Steel is 12.
And we haven't seen him double with steel swords.
Yeah. He's always gonna double. Smith's always gonna double. Can I get better knives? Is that a thing I can do? I would imagine so. Homie's never doubling with these. How much does it raise it by? That's the question. Soldiers are armor? Would build affect magic? I think so. 6.
I mean, tomes have weight.
Yeah.
For some reason.
That makes no sense.
That's so dumb.
That is actually that's a bra moment. That's a Braum moment. How does your build affect if you can double with magic out of a book? 10. Who needs better build? I'd say Marcia. She doesn't get to double a lot. Her speed is 12. Well, that's a lie, actually. I take that back. Rolf gets to double a lot. In most cases. I think Boyd.
Boyd, I think, would be a good call.
Because I would like him to double with Steel Axe. It's 10. I don't know how much it raises it by, though. That's the question.
2.
2?
Mm-hmm.
So would it be worth it then? Tempest! Tempest! Tempest!
Demon Fang, Demon Fang, double Demon Fang.
Tempest! Tempest!
Loic for Smash.
Tempest! I'll stop. Sword always be doubling. Reese, can Reese double with heal? 6. Dang. I'm giving it to Mia. Yeah, I'm definitely giving it to Mia. Yeah. That's the play. Take Statue Fang. Use Statue Frag. Statue Fang. Sweet. Alright. That's out of the way. We can get these supports done out of the way, we can go to bed.
Wait, what?
We can get these supports done and then we can call the stream.
I'm down.
Ike and Ozzy boy.
Oh boy, I haven't done Oscar today. How's it going, Ike?
Oh, hey Oscar, I'm fine. Actually, I was kind of worried about something.
Can I help?
Well, I was trying to figure out how we should fight the Lagoo's bird tribes.
That's odd. I was just thinking about the same thing. When they turn into their true selves, we are forced into a kind of battle that is difficult for us.
You're right about that. The Lagoos are so strong, I've even seen them shatter boulders with a single blow. We haven't even seen the birds yet.
Yeah.
I feel like our weak points are as visible as lit torches to the bird. Lit torches. A lit torch for the bird tribes. Bird persons. What's more, my sword is useless if they take to the sky.
My advice is to keep engaging them. The more we fight, the more we learn. Of course, it won't be easy.
No, but I'm sure we can do it. No, but I'm sure we can do it. That's a great idea, thanks. Wait.
Well, sure. You're pretty amazing, Ike, you know that?
Hey, come on now. You're the guy with all the experience and talent.
Everything I have accomplished comes from hard work and practice. You're the son of Commander Grail. You have natural talent. I'd follow you anywhere.
Wow. Thanks, Oscar. Well, where are they at? They're at B. And Titania and Boyd. 98, 99, 100. Done. Ugh, what's the point of swinging my axe by myself? I should probably try to find Ike. But maybe a quick nap first. Boyd. Titania. Where do you think you're going? Are you blowing off your training again? No, I'm not slacking, I swear. I was just, going to work out with Ike. You know me, I'm all about fighting. Boyd, I know that training is tough, but if you make light of it, you're closer to death than you ever want to be. You're a mercenary. When you're confused or exhausted during a long battle, instincts make all the difference. But Titania, I can't just go into training when I don't have a partner. Can't get into it, Boyd? Don't make me chew you out again. Joking, I'm joking. What I just said? All a joke. Oh, I'm just dying to do some practice swings. Yeah! Boy, training is so much fun, isn't that right, Titania? Ooh, I love training. Darn it, Boyd. Damn it, Boyd. Why are you so amazing?
Nabbit, Boyd.
You're a natural fighter, you know that? You could even be a better fighter than me if you just put your mind to it. Anyway, keep practicing. Golly gee whiz, I love practicing. Merchant.
Hey there, traveler. You have everything you need? If you stop by my humble shop, you'll find the best deals in town. What do you say? Interested?
Yeah, that sounds great. Listen, can I ask you a question?
No problem. You can ask me anything, especially if it's about my low prices.
What do the townspeople think of Dane? You knew they were coming. Didn't anyone think to flee Crimea?
Flee? Don't be absurd.
But Crimea lost the war.
Yeah, I know, and honestly, that doesn't really affect us common folk, you know? Truth is, we don't care who sits on the throne. To us, they're all just faceless beings who rule from on high. If they tried to raise taxes or something, you'd better believe we'd protest, but otherwise... I mean, take the King of Dane. He's just another man, right? If we keep working, he can keep living the high life. So it's not like he's going to treat us poorly or anything. As long as we can live our lives and have a little happiness, we aren't going to worry about it all too much. Oh, but if we were invaded by Gallia, well, that's a different story altogether. If our country were overrun by those savage beasts, who knows what would happen? Now that scares me. That's racist. Hey, what the? Hey, come back. What about my low prices? What was that all about?
Racism.
True.
Man. Man. The picture of the horse on the shore.
Man.
Man.
I need to find
Speak to man.
Find...
The title said Speak to Man.
Pardon me, buddy. I haven't seen you around town before. You a traveling mercenary?
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
There were 3 sentences and his voice changed every time. Nice sword. Oh, okay, hold on. Screw it. Nice sword. Look like a man who knows his business. If you're looking for work, I have a proposition for you.
A proposition?
I run a vigilante group that helps keep our fair town safe. A strong man like you would be most welcome.
Thanks, but I've got something lined up.
Oh, really? That's too bad. Heading out to sea?
Maybe.
Cautious to the end. I like that. Well, just in case you are, I want you to have this.
What's this?
It's a special sword. It'll come in handy if you ever find yourself at sea. Not that you would.
Is it a ray sword? Really? You giving me a sword? Are you sure?
I bet it's a devil sword. There's one condition. Once you finish your job, come back and see me. I'd like you to reconsider that vigilante position.
Understood. Thanks for the blade. Look who's Slayer.
Whoa. That's nuts.
That's yuddy. Huh. Valencia. Princess. My Lord Ike. Why are you here all by yourself? That's not very safe. I was looking at the town. Clearly. I'm unfamiliar with the world outside the Imperial Villa where I was raised. This is the first time I've been able to see how other people live. Everything is so new and different to my eyes. This is a town, isn't it? There's so much energy and everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. With all the boats coming in and out of the harbor, this town's livelier than most, that's for sure. It's like nothing has happened. All the death and destruction we've seen feels like a horrible dream. Short and sweet. Oh, so the star rankings, I didn't notice those. So 3 stars, we got a sword for that. I'm assuming the higher the stars, the better the rewards.
Oh, interesting. Most likely.
Ha! Yeah! Yeah! What are you doing? I'm trying to regain my superb physique. I lost when I was being held prisoner. You ready to board the ship? I was born ready. Hoo-ah! I don't need anything. Even as we speak, many of my fellow Cremanians are suffering at the hands of Dane. If I cannot rush to their aid today, then I can at least prepare myself for the day when I can. I see. Well, when you're ready, I'll let you know. When we're ready, I'll let you know. Understood. Sorry to have interrupted you. My Lord Ike, what is it? You rescued and cared for the Princess Valencia. You have my heartfelt thanks. She's our one solitary hope. Yeah. Right, enough talking. Have at you! Until we make our triumphant return to Melior, all I can do is keep training. Ha! Yeah. Wah!
Yeah.
Yeah. Careful, don't pull anything. Catman. Kieran's a cat guy.
It's the boy.
Brawl. What are you looking at?
Oh, just this. It's sort of a good luck charm. My family gave it to me when I left home. We never had much money, so my parents gathered some stones from our farm back home and put them in this leather pouch. It's not much to look at, but it means a lot to me. Every day I take them out and talk to them like they're my family. How is everyone? I'm out here doing the best I can. Don't worry, I'll be home soon. Just stuff like that.
I love Braum.
I do too.
I know it sounds foolish, but if I don't do this, I won't have the courage to fight. Don't worry about my feelings. You can laugh. Acting like this at my age. What a silly man I am.
It's not silly, Braum. You're a strong man who has decided to fight for the sake of his family. I fight for my friends personally, so I know how you feel. I know that your family is very proud of you.
Sniff. Sniff. Thank you, Ike. Sniff. Thank you.
It's their fault.
Emotional moment slightly undercut by the sniffs.
I'm going to mod this game so I can put asterisks in there. Asterisks in there.
Sniff.
Sniff. Well, that's that. Are you ready to go, Neffany? Ah, Ike. What is it? No, nothing. I'm fine. Are you sure? Yeah, sure. I'm sure. You know, it's hard being a prisoner. It's physically and mentally demanding. I need to know, can you fight? Not a problem. It's easy for you to say, but you sound like you're about to fall over. No, that's a habit. It's just the way I walk. Just talking. Sorry. No need to apologize. As long as you're not feeling ill, everything's fine. Alright, see you later. Right then.
Good guy Ike.
Good boy, Braum.
Good best boy Braum.
Triple B.
I really like this info thing because it's kind of like just You're going around the town seeing what you can figure out.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. What do you want to call it here?
Yeah. Alright. Go ahead and save. Blood runs red base. Blood one's wed. Blood one's wed. Alright, that's the stream. Spent the entire time on one damn chapter.
Hopefully next time we can get through another chapter or two.
Hopefully. I think we're about a third done. There's 28 chapters, right?
Yes.
20 minus 11.
We're a little less than halfway done.
17.
Like, I'd say we're like 36%.
Yeah.
Let's see if I'm right.
Well, 28 and a half. Half of 28 is 14, right? And we're about to go into chapter 12. No, we're in chapter 11 right now, currently.
11 divided by. Ooh, I was close. It's about 39%.
I figured it'd be more than that.
Well, it's 11 out of 28, so it's 39.
Right, and if 14 is 50%, I figured 11 would be like. I guess it's a small.
I see what you're saying.
I figured it'd be closer to 50%, like 40s or something. After we get through this one, it should be in the 40s. Alright, so that's the stream. I'm going to call it here. Thank you for Thick Thighs for the follow. I appreciate it. Thick Thighs are my demise. Thick Thighs are my demise. That is a statement, also a name. Alright, it's been fun.
Thanks for stopping by.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to call it here. Peace.
Adios.
I'm outie.